Welcome back, my turtles, to another art video with Foxfed Crafts. Today's art is going to feature a time lapse of the creation of a Spawn comic book blank. This is another piece that I've had the blank for a while, and I am trying to go ahead and come up with a couple already done blanks so I can have them available for sale, either in person or dropping them off at the zone, or so just trying to go ahead and use up some of the blanks that I have while I'm waiting on commissions from folks. So like I have been doing, I'm using the digital program Fire Alpaca. It is free. I can't stress that enough. But using this program, I can go through and sketch out the piece, kind of figure out what I want where without wasting paper, without having to erase and redo and erase and redo traditionally like I normally would. So I definitely have enjoyed this process of going through and sketching things out digitally before I transfer them to my thicker paper. Something I don't think I have mentioned in any of my previous videos, but I guess I'll mention it in this. I really like Fire Alpaca because I can measure a comic book and then open a new file to do my sketching and have it be the same size as the comic book cover, so I don't have to like worry about trying to resize it or adjust it. I go ahead and open my canvas as the size of the comic book, so that way I know what I'm drawing is going to fit on the comic book itself. And again, I like that I can move stuff around if I think something needs to be higher, lower, adjusted. It's much easier to do digitally than it is with traditional art. Because once you sketch something on the comic, it's kind of there permanently. I have not had good results with trying to erase on the comic book blanks. Tends to smudge and everything else. So this definitely helps me with that. Once I have the digital sketch completed, I will print it out, and using my light board, go ahead and ink it onto the comic book blank. This comic book blank had images like graphics and words printed on the back of the cover, so it did make it difficult for me to be able to see through it. Had to do a lot of flipping back and forth. But once we have that taken care of, I will go ahead and go through and start coloring. This giant red Sharpie I actually found in like a toolbox that I had out in my shed, and I'm very thankful for it because I use a lot of red in my art, at least in the superhero stuff that I do. My own personal art, I don't think I use much red, but in superhero stuff, and that's usually what I get commissioned to do, there's always a lot of red, and so I have burned through some Copics, and a couple of my other red markers I've burned through them and used them up. So to find this big red Sharpie, I was like, cool, I get to use it and not have to try to buy another red marker or more Copic ink refills. So that's what I'll be using for these bigger things. For now, anyway, until it dies. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. One of the challenging things is making sure that the black doesn't all blend together, and so using those different shades of gray, neutral grays, cool grays, just to make sure it's not one solid color. And then I decided to go with kind of oranges and yellows to complement for the surrounding. I also decided to use a ballpoint pen to go through and do some little like scratch, not really cross hatching, but just kind of extra gritty bits to it. And then scanned them in to show the full color and how good it looks. So this piece will be available for sale. You can reach out to me at foxfitcrafts@gmail.com if you're interested, or you can hit me up on Instagram, or I'm Foxfit Crafts just about anywhere, so I'm pretty easy to get a hold of. I appreciate everybody tuning into my video. I hope you're staying safe, and I'll see you next time.